How goes it all? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you guys are having a great day. Today's topic, I'll be talking about basically retirement because you have a lot of the baby boomer generation starting to retire now. You have a lot of millennials that have been able to retire at an early age because they've become much more, best way to put it, economically intelligent, financially literate, as I like to call financial intelligence, when it comes to how they make money so that they were able to retire themselves from a job. But the article that I was reading today was talking about how people actually were in a position where they could actually retire off of having 180K and be able to live off of that from the age 65 to age 100. Now, seems pretty crazy, especially if you're living in a place like California or New York or even in the DMV area. But in certain parts of the United States, this is feasible, especially it's definitely feasible if you live in a third world country. If you have that kind of money from American dollars, because you have a lot of people that retire in parts of Africa, Central South America, the Caribbean, Asia. Nothing wrong with that. But no matter where one lives within the United States of America family, people are told and dream of this wonderful idea known as retirement. You're supposed to work your job from the early to mid 20s until the age of 65. And then and only then will you be able to have the pleasure of truly enjoying life in your golden years. Unfortunately, this concept has been fading away more and more for the last 10 years from 2010 to 2020. And this concept is like a death sentence for people nowadays because this concept places certain limitations for mobility and quality of life. Because in 2021, quality of life means more than anything else nowadays. Now, this article that I came across today titled, Can 180K really last from age 65 until the age of 100? Well, the article stated that it all depends on one or two people's situation and their perspective. And there was a letter that was actually written, and it goes like this: Dear Peter, I am now 65 years old and on the verge of retiring. I am reluctant to retire, but I am feeling it is time to leave my position for various reasons. I hope to continue working a part time job if I find a job where I do not feel chained to an office each day for a committed amount of time. Now, before I go forward, I'm not a retirement expert on any level, but this is the kind of conversation that one should be having with a financial slash retirement expert by the time they are in their um, late 30s and 40s. I mean, if I'm going to be honest, one's economic financial literacy should start basically by the time that they are 10 years old. The sooner the better, my personal, opinion. And in a lot of families in various communities across the United States, these conversations happen on a regular basis on not only retirement, but how to make money in your sleep, how to make money via the family business, insurance, investments, et cetera, and so forth. This is the same these same kind of conversations are put up there with NFL, NBA, entertainment, politics. They're all on that same level. And I think everybody should make this a part of their life. Heck, in some families, it's considered even a joke to even get a job. I'm not knocking anyone having a job. I'm not job shaming. I'm just saying in a lot of families, it's normal to either live off of inheritance or live off of someone's insurance policy or live off of the business that's through that was created through the family and whatnot. Passed down businesses, passed down real estate, passed down inheritance, passed down insurance policies, passed down other asset chains and things of that nature. The article also stated that 2 years ago, I began using an advisor to help me navigate my up and coming retirement years. After filling out their profile online and speaking with advisors there from time to time, I am told I am on course financially to have adequate funds to the age of 100. I own my own, and remember, I'm reading from the article. The gentleman stated, I own my own home, no debt currently, 180K in investments, established monthly expenses, $2,600 is at that level. So to me, that's not that bad in today's world. $2,600. Pensions total $600 monthly payments plus Social Security at about $1,800 monthly, which to me is kind of crazy, but I'll leave that alone. I figured the pension would be a little bit more than the Social Security, but I guess it just depends on who your employer is. Now, all of that totals to about $2,460 a month. So it's just a little less than one's monthly expenses. However, in my personal opinion, one always has to count inflation when it comes to monthly expenses. Also, if one Also, if this person owns their home, do they still have a mortgage on it? That's a reasonable question. Do they have enough money not only to be invested, but do they have enough money saved? Do they have a backup plan financially? Life isn't perfect and emergencies do happen, from home issues to car issues to medical issues. I mean, life's going to happen. Appliances, they come and go. The article also stated that Pete the planner said that the first time I read your email, my stomach dropped. How in the world is $180,000 going to hold up against a 35 year retirement? And the gentleman, as a financial professional, ran the numbers over and over again. He stated, I kept arriving at the same answer, an answer that really surprised him. As long as things don't get weird, you'll be fine. Now, did you hear that, family? If things don't get weird. It's life. Things will always get weird. There's no such thing. Even people with all the money in the world don't live a perfect life. The moral of the story, depending on your financial situation in life and one's willingness to work a decent part-time job, one can retire off of 180K if they do not have the average expenses like most people have, like high mortgage, high rent payments, high car payments, or any car payments, period, student loan payments. Also, if one lives in a cheaper state like Florida, the Carolinas, Georgia, Texas, etc., it's all about perspective and sacrifices one is willing to make in life to become successful from a career, business, and in this case, retirement, family. The article also stated that if you're able to secure part-time employment, even for just a couple of years, your situation goes from attainable to surprisingly good. Another thing is I met a lot of retirees who are Uber drivers, people that are drive for Grubhub, Amazon, DoorDash and things of that nature. So they're in a position where they can make money where they want to, and they're not chained to be anywhere at a specific time when they don't want to be. They work when they want to. They have their own schedule. And that's another thing that's another aspect of freedom. It's not just not having a job, it's being able to work when you want to, not having to be on someone else's schedule. You're on your own. So, and a lot of people have never know what that feels like. So to be able to have that opportunity, a lot of people love that. Okay. Assuming you've estimated your retirement income and expenses correctly, you'll have a minuscule monthly deficit to fill. When retirement begins, it's only $140. If your $600 monthly payment net is, net taxes. You won't owe tax on your Social Security benefits, the article stated, as long as your part-time job plus your pension income plus half of your Social Security income doesn't exceed $25,000 a year. If you're single, in other words, the most money you can make in your part-time job without subjecting your Social Security income to taxation is $6,640 per year, $553 per month. But remember that medical expenses, even included into the scenario, aren't really included in this scenario. So and everyone's situation is different. You can run the numbers all you want, and even financial professionals have told me this, but things are going to happen. Everyone's financial situation is different, depends on where they live, where they want to live, how they want to live. There's so many very unknown variables because everyone's different. So it all depends on your situation, and also consult a financial professional when it comes to these situations, family. Remember, in my opinion, retirement is based on income and not age. And I'm going to say that again. Retirement is based on income and not age. A lot, people have been sold this myth that you're supposed to retire at 62 or 65 or 70. But really, if you have the means economically, you can retire now. That's just what it's based on. Income. It's not based on age. There's a lot of people that are in their 30s and 20s that have figured out ways to make money in their sleep and figured out different ways to make money in various ways, that they've actually retired themselves, and they work now because they love what they do. They're doing work that, in a sense, that matters, instead of just working a regular 9 to 5. Anything wrong working a 9 to 5? Absolutely not. But if most people, if they have the opportunity to be able to do what they want to do on a regular basis and not do what their boss says they can do, then they probably would have that opportunity and they would take advantage of it. But everyone's different. And like I said, I don't shame anybody here. Just putting out perspectives and you go from there. So let me know in the comment section if you are retired, if you've retired early, what were some methods that you used, if this video brought any value to your current situation, if you're planning on retiring anytime soon, no matter whether if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s. Because at the end of the day, retirement, in my personal opinion, is not just based on age, it's based on income, and it's based on the fact of what do you want to do on your everyday life, not just veg out in front of your cell phone, veg out in front of the TV, veg out in front of the beach. That gets old. All that gets old eventually. So you want to be able to have something meaningful to do, but you just want to be able to do it on your own terms, right? So do the great 3 free things, family. Like, share, and subscribe. Please check out the online store. Greatly appreciate you checking out this video. And as I always say, make money moves or you'll live broke like a fool. Take care, family.